Hi all, it's Phil. I think it's recording. I hope it's recording. Right, I'm out again. It's Thursday night evening, I believe. It's about 6:25, and the traffic's terrible. I've just been out and had dinner, and I thought I'd just have to put the camera on for this. It's absolutely essential that you have the camera on for this. It is dark, and I know from the last video I posted up that even with the camera on night settings and the exposure turned up to +2, it was no good. The quality on the drift is no good in the low light settings, evenings, nights. So I know this is going to be no good because it's currently set at standard. It's set to daytime mode, no exposure, so it's going to be very dark. But I'm just out. I've been to Yeadon, right near the airport, the Leeds Bradford Airport, which I've just passed on that roundabout, also known as Yeadon Airport. And now I'm just going to plod about for a while. Oh, it's fairly fairly sudden. Yeah, I was stood outside I've been for fish and chips. Very nice too. I was going to start filming, but somebody needed me to move. There's very few parking spaces outside the shop. Yeah, right on the junction where I went, there's a major junction in Yeadon. There's a huge fish restaurant called Murgatroyd's, and it's very large. It's a restaurant with a takeaway, so you can get food to go, which is what I've just done, but not from Murgatroyd's. Because on the opposite corner from Murgatroyd's is on one corner, takes up the whole corner. They've got a huge car park, big restaurant, and a fairly big takeaway. But on the opposite corner, direct opposite, is another fish restaurant called The Fountain. And they're cheaper, and it's a smaller size shop. It's a little traditional fish and chip shop, very English thing, British thing. For those of you in any other countries that say this, we don't have fish and chip shops, so I'm not aware of what a traditional fish and chip shop is. But that's what Fountain is anyway. And they're cheaper, smaller and nicer. than Murgatroyds, but they don't have the amount of parking that Murgatroyds has. There's only probably 4 spaces outside the shop. There was one car there when I got there, so I parked next to that, and then a couple of vans and cars have been since, and they're not bothered to park in the designated spaces, which are all marked out and lined out as they should be, but the cars that have been while I've been there have just driven and parked across and blocked, probably taken up 3 spaces when they've come in. So just as I was getting ready to leave, somebody was parked behind me in a Mondeo, and while that was leaving, somebody arrived behind him in a Volvo, and he asked me if I needed to leave, and I said yes. So he had to wait for the Mondeo to go so he could move there, otherwise he would have blocked me in. And then when I left, he parked across all the spaces anyway. So as I say, I don't think the drift's going to be picking up much on video, but I'm going to keep this one short for a change, you might say. So I'm just going to go for a bit of a ride. I've just come down Poolbank from Eden. I'm now going towards Otley. Sixth gear again. God, Jake the Garden Snake says his 5-gear bike needs a 6th. Well, this 6th needs a 7th. I did go out today. I took the bike to a bike shop to try and get them to look at the seat release, which is still seized, and the bike shop was closed. It had its opening hours printed up there for you to see, which I was inside the opening hours, and they should have been open, but they weren't. So I don't know why they weren't open, but they should have been. And one day I am going to go up there. That's where I used to fish when I used to go carp fishing. There's a lake behind all those trees. I don't have all my fishing gear anymore, and I haven't renewed my licence for several years, so that's all gone now. But that's where the lake is, and I suppose with the light as it is at the moment, there's no point. As I say, I meant to go up there. I meant to go up there with the camera on and have a walk around and show you it. But there's no way you're going to see it now anyway. And don't know what we're following here. Speed limit's 60, but nobody's doing 60. There's a tractor, yeah. And it's been a really beautiful day today, really sunny, but it seems quite foggy and misty over that hill to my left. There we go, now entering Otley. Yeah, it's quite cold. Every time I come through Otley it's cold. So yeah. I haven't been shopping yet. I still want I need a neck warmer. Something to keep the breeze. I'm all covered up to my neck and my head's sorted out, but I need a neck warmer to sort out the exposed neck in between the top of my jacket and my helmet. So that's going to be one of the things from Heingerich. I had a look at the website. They don't seem to do the tyre inflator, the 12 volt powered tyre inflator that I want. They don't do them at Heingerich. They do two models, two different Oxford battery chargers, which I think one's called a maximizer and one's called an optimizer or something. So, as I said, one of those is about £45, and the other one's about 60, bang on 60 I think. So I'm going to have to go over, have a look, see what the situation is with those. How do you attach them? Do you leave them attached to the bike? What's the deal? Yeah, other than that, I need to get the bike looked at, so I'm going to have to say that I'm going to try and get that done tomorrow. There's a few places, I had a look at it myself. If you watched yesterday's update, I had said that from other forums suggestions, which people had said they had the same problem, had suggested that you could clean out the mechanism on the back of the seat release lock. So I thought I'd give that a go first. And I don't know if it's the ones they were talking about were a different model to mine or not, but you can't get to the back of the mechanism on mine, it's all sealed in. The lock itself is screwed in with two Torx security screws into the plastic on the side of the bike. That plastic on the side of the bike you can't remove without taking the seat off, and I can't get the seat off because that's the problem that I'm trying to get sorted out. So it's stuck on there, and the back of the plastic's all closed in, it's all encased, so you can't actually, or I don't think you can. So it's going to be now a question of one of 3 or 4 places I could take this to. The place where I bought it from, who serviced it before I got it, I could ask them if they'd have a look at it. They can either say yes or no. There's a place I've been to today called Udsall Motorcycles. Udsall Motorcycles were shut at 5 o'clock, and they list their opening hours till 5:30 each day. There's then 2 Yamaha dealers, Bradford Motorcycles and Colin Appleyards, so I can either go to the one in Bradford or the one in Keighley. Just go turn up and say, can you look at it, and when can you look at it, and how busy are you, and how long is it going to be, and should I come back, can I wait, can you do it now? Yeah, so we shall see. I'm going to do that tomorrow, see what happens, see if we can get that sorted, and hopefully without having to have a new lock set or a new key for the one lock. Right, I'm going to go. I'm in Otley Town Centre now. It's crap, the traffic's always bad here. You don't get much of a go at these traffic lights. They don't change to my way very long. It's a crappy one-way system. So I've got to go down there where they're all coming through at the moment. So I'm going to go. I'm going to make my way back, and I will catch you all later. Alright, take care, ride safe.